from recording. Good day to you. Thank you so much, my super M5. Maybe that's a prophecy.
Hello, Doc. Okay, so I think our host is on. Leader Cornelius. Welcome, Leader Cornelius, our freshest M2. Amazing leader. Leader Cornelius, you can take over. Thank you.
Okay, wonderful people. I celebrate every one of you and I thank God for your life, for such an opportunity. We all have to be on this call this evening. Uncle Sam, I super celebrate you. You are a great leader. We don't know where we would have been without you in this business. We thank God for your life and your tutelage, your coaching, your direction. And this evening, I can see a lot of us on this call this evening. See that we are going to do our best to educate us, to have an idea about what Olylife has for all of us, and now and in the future. And I and Dr. Nono, we are your host this evening, and we will do our very best to explain to you to understand what we stand for in this company. I am super excited because we are touching lives of people across the nations of the world. And it's a big joy. Like Uncle Sam just said, Dr. Nunu is one of the serious people we have in this business because of where she's coming from and where she is now and where we are going. I get excited because we have medical people who have bought into this. Why? Because we are solving real practical medical problems. Dr. Nuno, if you're on a call, if you are back on a call, I will want you to take it over from me quickly as I come back to do the second section of our presentation. Dr. Nuno, are you back now on the call? She's not back. Okay. She's not back. Let me share my screen with us so we will take it from there. Just a moment. Great. Okay, right. So I want to see my screen. If you can see my screen.
I'm back. My
You are
power
back.
supply went out for a second.
Okay.
But I am super back. Oh, apologies for that, but I'm glad you all can hear me loud and clear. So let me quickly share my screen, and there's somebody that's quite hungry to see this opportunity and know everything that concerns replace. Can I have the opportunity to share my screen?
Share your screen, Dr. Nuno.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much, sir. So just as Bassam was saying, I got into this opportunity courtesy my super leader here, Pastor Cornelius, and it was it was just a decision that had to be made. I mean, when you see the trend of things and then something comes to disrupt that trend, and you see that that thing is going to be a huge one in the future. The question that everyone should be asking themselves now is, what am I doing that in the next 5 years will be so great? Something that I'm doing right now that in 5 years' time, when I look back, I'll be so grateful that I took that opportunity. This is the kind of opportunity that we're talking about today. Okay, so yeah, for a lot of us on this call, and we know a lot of people who are dealing with one or two things, it's mostly either a health condition or a financial condition. But the truth of the matter is that we're presenting an opportunity to you that would be able to tackle both. So this is a quick statistic I want you to look at. This is looking at US now, for instance. Annually, in terms of healthcare, they spend $4.5 trillion. I don't know what it is in Nigeria. It might not be as much as this, but the irony of it is that people are still sick, right? People are still going through chronic illnesses, and not just there in America, but all over. Actually, 6 out of 10 people are having chronic conditions. Now, another aspect, remember I was talking about two things that keep people awake at night. So it's either their health challenges or their financial challenges. And now there are people on the call who are thinking, oh, how do I, after doing all the calculation per month, I'm finding out that the take home is not taking them home. Some are thinking, what more do I need to do? Do I need to still get another job? You can't have more than 24 hours in a day. So you might physically do a job here, then remotely do a job here, but still sometimes it might not be adding up. Now, what I want to share with you is that you need to stop trading hours for dollars. You need to what? Leverage. So there are 3 types of incomes, and thankfully Pastor Cornelius is going to do a lot more about that, because I want to give you a great news. Olylife can sort out these kind of problems for you. So you have the earned income, you have the portfolio income, where money makes you more money. That's usually a challenge because you might not have enough money, right, to do those kind of things that you want to do, like big investments. But then we have the leveraged income, which is really domiciled in this opportunity. So stay very close to us till the absolute end. Now, there are 3 trends that are interfacing together, and right there in the middle sits our Olylife opportunity. What are they? We have wellness, we have longevity, and we have the AI. AI is just springing up. AI is springing up. Anything that has to do with AI right now, you need to be a part of it. Of course, longevity and wellness has been a thing for like ages, and it will never go. As long as we're dealing with a human body that is fallible, that can be sick, there would always be opportunity in wellness and in longevity. Now, every disruptive wave had an early phase. We're trying to tell you this because this is another disruptive wave that you need to, do something really, really quick about. So Apple picked up in 97, Amazon in 99, Tesla in 2010, Bitcoin. Many of us are quite close to, the Bitcoin opportunity, even though not a lot of us took advantage of it. We're skeptical, right? Now, AI has come also a bit earlier, but guess what? Guess what? The wellness tech has come in and we are going nowhere. So if for no other reason, the very fact that this is a trend that is starting up should be enough reason for you to invest in it, no matter what. Okay, now let's quickly talk about this particular trend we're talking about. It's PEMF. PEMF. So in the early 20th century, we had the EMFs, the radios, the electricities, and then late 20th century, we started seeing the problems with them, the problems they pose on our health. Now, between 1960 and 1970, we discovered pulsed electromagnetic frequency, no longer just the EMF, but the PEMF, as a way to support cellular health and recovery. By the 2000s, PEMF was now being put in wellness devices. Now in the 2020s, specifically, Olylife advances PEMF with cutting-edge, user-friendly devices that I'll be sharing with you. But before I do that, I want to just give a sneak peek into what has been happening years ago, right? So they already knew about frequency healing in 1928. Who are they now? Somebody will say the cabal, the world's cabal, okay? And they buried it for 98 years. 98 years. Now, a gentleman, Professor Brandt, wrote a book about PEMF, calling it what? The 5th element of health. And there's some things he said in there. He said at the energetic level, our cells act as a battery-driven miniature pump that require food for fuel, oxygen for combustion, and an ignition, a spark, to start the process. Now, there's another thing that was said here, just to be clear. PMF therapy or any energy medicine device for that matter does not heal or cure disease. What it simply does is to jumpstart our body's own natural.
Oh, mommy,
Please mute. All right, thank you. Okay, so it doesn't heal us, but it just helps us jumpstart our body's natural healing process because our body is self-healing, self-regulating, and self-regenerating. So we have that natural ability to heal if given the proper energy and chemicals. Ladies and gentlemen, if you think you have seen it all, you haven't. Albert Einstein says, future medicine will be the medicine of frequencies. Is that not where we are right now? That's exactly where we are. He's not the only one. Nikola Tesla also spoke about frequency, spoke about energy, spoke about vibration. That if you want to find the secrets of the universe, you need to think in terms of these three things: energy, frequency, and vibration. So this is really where we are getting to. Ladies and gentlemen, you have the products that people want, the products that people love, the products that are working. And then we have the perfect timing, which is why I took some time for you to know that, yeah, we are at a cutting edge time. All right. And when you put products and timing together, somebody go into the chat box and tell me what we have. When we put products and timing together, what do we have? What do we have? Let me see that. It's called momentum, guys. It's called momentum, and that momentum has started. You are not the one that started it. So that means you're even going to leverage on people who have started the momentum, people whose backs have broken, on momentum. So I think this is a fantastic time to be here because both are aligned right now. Okay, so talking about frequencies, we all live in the same world, ladies and gentlemen, but we don't live in the same frequency. Somebody hold that. Same world, but not the same frequency. Still, again, about frequency, the purring of the cat. I love cats. I had a cat for quite the longest. In fact, I learned how to be a mother through the cat I had. And one thing, yes, I know they do well is to purr. And imagine, I didn't even know I was also being healed from the purring, the nature's healer built in from birth. So when you hear things that they have 9 lives, it's only because they are able to recuperate. They are able to heal themselves. All right, tissue repair, wound healing, bone density and fracture repair, pain relief and all of that. They can fracture and within 2-3 days, they are good, and that is the power of what? The power of frequency. All right, let's look at another angle. Nature is the foundation of life and wellness. And when we talk about health, we're talking about the balance between the outside and the inside. All right, the inside is represented by our cells and our bloodstream and nervous system, all of it. And the external has to do with the air, the water, the earth that we are on. So in the past, there was this coexistence. It was beautiful. It was really beautiful. We did not know what we were getting was healing day in, day out. But this is where we are right now. It's terrible. When you see something like this, the next thing you want to ask yourself is, how much have I lost? How much has my body lost? How much has the bodies of my family members lost? We have pollution, concrete building, skyscrapers standing tall, preventing all the frequencies. We're having processed food and all whatnot. So what? Clearly, we are experiencing a prolonged state of magnetic deprivation, aka magnetic hunger. Now, when your tummy is hungry, you feel the signals, I'm hungry. But when you're having the deprivation of electromagnetic force, Please mute. It is absolutely silent. It is silent. You won't even know that you're going through magnetic starvation until it is too late. So why I'm saying it now is that there are some of us that would have the device or would be exposed to the device and say, oh, there's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with you now. Does not mean that there isn't something growing inside of you. Yes, I know we are spiritual beings, but we've also been given brains to reason. So prevention is better, is safer, is cheaper than cure. Now that you know that even the Earth's weakening of the electromagnetic field is happening day in, day out, and even if we do enjoy the process of grounding, which is walking bare feet on the Earth, we cannot have as much grounding process as we ought to. So what are some of the things that come with magnetism? Magnetism shortage. We have dizziness, we have headaches, weakness, palpitations, unstable blood pressure, joint pains, indigestion, emotional instability, endocrine disorders, where diabetes comes in, where infertility comes in, and the rest, memory loss, tinnitus, and the like. So basically what we're saying is that our modern lifestyle has disconnected us from the earth. Has disconnected. See, statistical data indicates a reduction of at least 40 to 50% in magnetic field strength in places like high-rise apartments, elevators, and cars. Urban environments with constant traffic and extensive power lines disrupt the natural geomagnetic setting. Let me not move more than that. This already tells you a lot that there's a big, big, big problem that Olylife is here to solve for you. It's here to solve for me. So when we have magnetic starvation in the cells, it leads to reduced cellular vitality. When we have it in the blood, it becomes increased viscosity. The blood is too thick to flow faster. When it's in the whole body, it's causing neural imbalance. That's more like nervous system imbalance, disrupting metabolism and accelerating cell death, is aka cell apoptosis. So as we are like this, our cells are just dying. Yeah, it's natural actually. From age 25, the cell death begins to be more than the cell regeneration. So aging starts from 25 years old. You don't age when you are 60. If you notice your baby pictures, you still look quite young. But from 25, 26, there is that gradual decline, and it's coming from cell apoptosis. NASA did some experiments. Okay, they did an experiment on white mice. They put them in a metal magnetic shielding room for a while. And what did they notice? They noticed that the mice in there became inactive. They lost their fur. They lost their reproductive function. Many of them died prematurely. And the average lifespan of the mice was shortened by a whooping 40%. I don't need to tell you the conclusion. Life is going. That's what we're trying to tell you. Life is going without our PEMF. Now, Dr. Rodger also did this on the ground shield experiment. He was having volunteer students who would go into the bunker, okay, and spend a couple of weeks in there. And when they are in there, they could turn off the PEMF effect. And what they noticed is that the students were having circadian rhythm disorders. They couldn't sleep. They were having headaches, emotional instability, restlessness, depression, and so much more. And of course, you can tell when the PEMF was switched back on, or when they were taking a stroll out of the bunker, these problems quickly resolved. Here are some of fantastic scientific researches done on PMF. I'll just mention two. PMF treats osteoporosis. All right. PMF promotes revascularization. You can even say again, PMF treats eye diseases. There are some reasons why I'm specifically mentioning some of these things, right? So when we talk about PMF, we say it's the charger of cells, the accelerator of metabolism, the unclogger of circulation, the decelerator of aging process, the repairer of bone, the soother of pain, extinguisher of inflammation. hypnotic agent of the night, and guardian of overall health. By hypnotic agent, we're basically talking about sleep, sleep, sleep. PEMF is so powerful, working on the brain to help you sleep. Another one that I love particularly is the fact that it repairs bones. And you're going to see some, testimonies. I'm going to show you here, even an X-ray that you can see bone growth happening in just a few weeks, right? So about terahertz, terahertz is also a fantastic wave in between infrared and microwave, and then it just goes 3 to 5 cm into the skin, so it's penetrating into the organs. They call it the cell energizer. Boosts brain and nerve function, supports brain and mood. And you can see these are papers that have been pushed out, published. If you go to pubmed.gov, you also see a couple of things like its work on helping with pain management, modulating cell activity, helping with DNA damage and repair, and then helping with cancer treatment. So many papers have been pushed out on PMF and a lot as well pushed out on terahertz. Please, please, please go to pubmed.gov and, furnish yourself with information. The more you know, the more you do. The more you do, the more you make impacts. More people's lives are waiting for you to be convinced enough to share this opportunity to them. Share the products that I'm sharing with you to them. So the only way you can do that is to use them and also to study more. As you can see, we have over 158 patents. So here are some of the things. You can see blood flow improvement. Look at the befores. Look at the afters. Not just for a 27-year-old, for also a 45-year-old. Look at improvement of blood flow. I don't need that sound. Improvement of blood flow under the tongue. You can see that improvement of varicose veins. All those big veins that show like congestion, right? It's the blood has flown better. So the varicose veins are absolutely clearing off. You can see leg swellings. Right, you can see that that's 2023. It is what August, right? And then that is August, and that's September precisely, and actually less than a month. You can see the leg swelling going down. Okay, you can see right here blood sugar improvement before and after. Wow, you can see this gradual decline of blood pressure. What about hair? You might think that it's only the very, very big diseases. Even hair, and hair can be somebody's big deal. In fact, the hair industry is a very big one. There's so much money in hair industry. Just knowing that from the inside out, your hair can grow better through the follicles. That's a powerful information. Very, very powerful information. Yes, I wanted to show you. I don't know if you're able to see this very well. You can see the crack. I don't know if you can see the crack. The crack there, you can see that darkened area, right? That's the fracture. Now, guess what? See, new bone is already forming. New bone is already forming. Ladies and gentlemen, if something that we consider hard as bone can form again, what cell cannot regenerate? Absolutely none. Every single cell can regenerate. This is basically just further reiterating a before and after on the blood film. You can see the blood cells now stand on their own because they're supercharged and they can stay on their own, and that helps blood to flow better. And see, when they are unstacked, we have increased oxygen delivery, we have increased nutrient delivery, increased circulation, reduced plaques, atherosclerosis. People having blood pressure. Sometimes they're coming from all this cholesterol, stacking round inside the lumen of the vessels, making the lumen smaller and smaller and smaller, and giving the heart more work to pump blood through. I think, and then by unclogging it, right, we're reducing those plaques and we're reducing the work on the heart. These are two different women. This first woman, if you notice, her face is asymmetrical. The side that I put an arrow on is looking younger, firmer, right? And the other side is sagging more. It's because there's one of our devices that she used, and she particularly used it only on that side that is looking younger, just to show that really, indeed, we have technology that is working. And then on this other side, we'll have this lady who's using our devices, and she has shed so much weight because it works on her metabolism. Ladies and gentlemen, many a time this weight management of a thing, it's not so much yeah, what we eat is important, our exercise is important, but how our body's metabolism work is so important. We need to, as much as possible, be in a state of parasympathetic nervous system where we are relaxed, not where we are stressed up, not the sympathetic nervous system that brings out cortisol, and then we're not able to calm down. We store up more fat, our high blood pressure increases more and more. We need the parasympathetic. And guess what? With our PMF, it stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system where we relax and we're able to digest. I'm sure you've already seen all these testimonies. So, ladies and gentlemen, what am I talking about? I've told you the science. I've shown you how the science is working. Now I want to quickly show you a couple of our devices. Make your pick. Make your pick. Just get something that is reducing the frequency gap for you and your family members. Now we have our flagship product, Terra P90, PMF, and terahertz. So you put your feet on it and it's sending all of those waves into you, doing every single thing we have spoken about. A 30-minute session on our Terra P90 is equal to 10 sessions of moxibustion, 20 sessions of cupping. People who are into alternate medicine will understand this better, but everybody will understand 30 sessions of massage. Just a 30-minute session on the machine gives you 30 sessions of massage and 2 hours of cardio workout. What is our Olylife Terra P90 costing? $1,000. Of course, considering the shipment in Africa, it's $150. In the US, it's $100. But this is exactly how much the device is from the company. Right beside it, we have the Terra P90 Plus. It's $1,005, and we ship with $225. So that comes to $1,725. All right. Okay. And what is making this different? First of all, whether it's the P90, I want to just tell you, or it's the P90 Plus, we're restoring the signal. We're restoring our lives. We're restoring cellular voltage. We're improving circulation. We're boosting ATP production because we're stimulating the mitochondria and we're calming the stress response. This is exactly what I was talking about. So we're flipping from sympathetic nervous system to parasympathetic nervous system. Ladies and gentlemen, whether the P90 or the P90 Plus, just know that we've moved away from traditional PMFs. Now we are actually putting ourselves on the device, and the energy is getting into the acupoints, getting into our feet, and sending the waves right to every part. So we have targeted devices, we have whole body devices, but the long and short of it is that we're delivering PMF, we're delivering terahertz, and in the case of P90 Plus, extra technologies. Yes, we have our Frost Age beauty device for your skin. That was exactly what the other woman was using, that lifted the left part of her face. Okay, as if that's not all, it still comes with a Revitalux massager that works on the muscles, works on the nerves. It gives that deep massaging, helps with blood flow. You can put it over your scalp, ladies and gentlemen. Something that we can use on our scalp is already going to take care of hair conditions. All right. So real quick, level 1 to 3 in any of our devices, you're getting more of the PMF. Level 4 to 5, you're getting a combination of the PMF, equal amounts of PMF and terahertz. But then when you go from strength 7, to 10 or even more, because the T90 Plus has a maximum of up to level 20, you're getting, more boosting the immune system, clearing up the lymph. You're going more for the terahertz, more of the energy part of it, more of the exercise part of it. All right. Our galaxy. Yes, for some people, just eye problems is my biggest problem. I wish God can change my eyes and give me another pair of eyes. I know somebody is on this call with precisely that. We have something for you. It's called the Galaxy G1, the smart energy massager. So it's dealing vibration wise, kneading wise, that's the massage wise, heat compress, all of them coming with PEMF, all right. And so basically taking care of eye strains, dryness, myopia, hyperopia. Those are the short-sightedness, long-sightedness, astigmatism, basically what you're using glasses for. All right, redness, puffiness, dark circles, cataracts, glaucoma, all of them. All of them. All right. And that goes for, you can see it, 500. The delivery is 75, so that comes to $575. This is something, it's a must-have. Guys, it's a must-have in every home. See, another must-have is the Smart Iron Bama Air. It's a must-have. Should I show you why? Somebody go to the chat box and tell me why. Someone should ask me why. I will tell you why. Just imagine having a device that is treating at least 5, 6, 7, 10 people all together at the same time from the air we breathe. Remember, whenever they are doing some of these bionuclear when they want to put a disease through into a street, many a time they use the air channels, right? Yes, I watch it in movies a lot. You know why? Just sending something into the air can affect a number of people. Let me show you what you are getting from where you are right now. We're talking about the air we conditioned room. You are balling. No, you are not balling. You have 0 to 20. Don't know if someone can hear me. It's showing. You're having 0 to 20 healing electrons only per centimeter cube. My brother, my sister, that's absolutely nothing. You are breathing nothing. Okay. Now in the urban residential area, that's like you just step out of your house now. You're having 40 to 50 of such ions per centimeter cube. Then in the greenery area where there are some, grasses, trees, you're having about how much? 100 to 200. You can see in the urban park it's increasing. In the suburban areas like the villages, you're having about 5,000 to 50,000 of those anions per centimeter cube. Okay, mountainside is a bit more. And the forest, the waterfalls, that's why some people go on holidays to those places, and all of that. They're having up to 100,000 to 500,000. Yes, at that point, the human body is having a natural healing ability. But guess what our device gives us? 200 million. Let me show you again. This is 100,000 to 500,000, the best we can get. But then we have a device from Olylife called the Bama Air that you plug to the socket and it's delivering over millions of healing electrons. You are breathing it in. It's calming and promoting your sleep. It's purifying your air. It's beneficial to your health and enhancing mental alertness. All right. As if that is not enough, we have our vitality wand where fatigue is dissipated in a breeze. So yeah, there's some people that may not be able to put their feet on our Therapy 90 and P90 Plus because they have, for instance, a gadget in their heart that helps their heart to beat. We call it the pacemaker. So for them, they would still want this delivered to them, right? The terahertz, the PMF, and in addition, thermal energy and air massage. All of these from a distance. And as you can see, there's a beautiful stand there. Wow. And not just a stand, there's an oscillator. So it moves left and right, up and down, and it just focuses on certain parts of your body where you position it into. So the same thing, supporting cellular health, improving microcirculation, the very same thing, ladies and gentlemen, the very same thing. We're just having, we're just getting the delivery from different ways, all right? And it's a $600 with a transport of $90. So that comes to $690. And last but not the least, I told you to be a roller coaster this evening. We have our shaking massager, 7-in-1 technology. All right. And what is all of this about? There's some of us, just a little bit around here. Want to take it out? Do you want to take it out? Are you sure you want to take it out? The best way to take it out is to find the right method. And, it's by addressing the uncertain distribution of fat. Yeah, some of us have the fat in different places. Might be under your arms, might be in your tummy, might be on your laps, and all of that. Thankfully, being on the therapy 90 and doing that equivalent of 2 hours workout is helping a great deal. But sometimes we have the stubborn one right there in the abdomen. But beyond that, there's a reason why we call the abdomen the core of the body. There are big organs right there in the abdomen. And some of the things that the shaking massager does through these 7 technologies: ultrasound, vibration, heat therapy, massage, RF, red light, RF, by the way, radio frequency, PEMF. What it's doing there, it's acting like a spa. It's acting like a therapy session, a massage session for the organs inside: your liver, your kidneys, your intestine, your womb, your tubes, all of them, the prostate. It goes on and on. In addition to that, it's firming up the muscles so you feel like you've done sit-ups, and of course, it's blasting out the fat cells. It's blasting out the fat cells. So imagine a combination of P90 and shaken massager twice a day with at least 4 hours, we always say 6 hours between sessions. Do not use simultaneously. At least use the shaking first. Give yourself maybe an hour or so, and then guess what? You use your Terra P90. So we're having a company that is spreading out and sending all these products to over 150 countries. We have a global infrastructure. You can get anybody in from anywhere. We have AI expansion. It's a wellness tech. Consumer demand is so high. We have the leadership path, and I threw in this. Yes, I threw in this because I'm a woman, and I'm excited to know that my CEO is a lady. And sometimes, we kind of get it right. We kind of get it right, for the women in this platform. It's a good one, right? And even for the men, of course, living something with us, the thing can actually thrive better. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have heard it all. You have heard it all. The transition process, why this is the perfect timing, all of the products. Make a choice. In fact, I challenge you, at some point in this opportunity, you should have all of these products with you, because you really need to be the product of the product. At this point, I'm going to hand the virtual mic to my leader, Pastor Cornelius, to share with us exactly how we can make the money. Thank you so much.
Wow. Can somebody put in a chat box 777 in appreciation to what Dr. Nono has just given to us? She did a great job by explaining who we as a company, what we have as product, making the news across the nations of the world. Dr. Nono, thank you so much. That was a powerful presentation. We love that. Kindly make me a host so that I can share my screen. Let me see that on the chat box, 777. Are you doing that? In appreciation to Dr. Nono, 777. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. My name is Cornelius, and my duty tonight is basically to explain to us how we make money. Are you ready to make money? Somebody put in the chat box, show me the money. Show me the money. Show me the money. Are you ready? Should I show you the money? Okay, that's great. If you have any question for Dr. Nono about the product presentation, you are free to ask your questions. If you want to put in the chat box, why not? We will address them one after the other. Any question for Dr. Nono before we move on to the next section of the presentation? Any question? You can lift up your electronic hands as you ask your question. Any question, please? Any question? Okay, if there's no question, my duty tonight
I have
is
a
to let
question.
us. Okay, there's a question. Okay, please go ahead, Chris.
All right, thank you very much. Dr. Nono, nice presentation you anchored there. Very swift and straight to the point. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
During sections of the P90, anything to avoid?
Fantastic. So you don't go on the device with metals, okay? And then, of course, I've talked about those who have pacemakers in their hearts, they can't use it. Most importantly, you must drink water before and after, because apart from the whole dehydration process, the exercise process, there's some detoxification that you would need fluid to push out. So majorly that's really it.
Thank you. Any age bracket?
All right, so from below 14, they're not expected to put their feet on the device. So we can either carry them if they're kids, or we just hold on to their hands with us on the device. But from age 14 and above, they can put their feet on the device, only because it heals bones and makes bones stronger. For those under 14, we need them still to grow. So we don't yet want the bones to fuse completely. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chris. Any other question, please?
A question, Dr. Nono?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Assuming you are on the P90, and then you have an urgent call on the phone, a call you cannot miss. Can you pick it?
Yeah, someone can pick it for you and put it on speaker
Or
a
you
bit
have to
away
stop
from you.
Get up
Yes, but
before
you don't have
receiving
to
it.
touch. Yeah.
Okay.
Come again.
I said they can pick it for you and put it on speaker. You don't have to hold on to the phone. You shouldn't hold on to the phone. Or you get off the device and start again later.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Right. So thank you so much for those
you.
questions. Thank you so much. My duty once again is to let us understand the business beneath this company. And I believe someone is here because he wants to make money. Someone is here because you just want to take care of your health. Someone is also here because you want to do the both. I mean, take care of your health and you make some money. Whichever way, I am here tonight to let you understand that there's a business beneath this product. What I want you to know is that in this world, you are either selling something or buying something. They all have their implications. If you are selling something, you are making money. If you are buying something, money is leaving your pocket. I don't know which of the two you want to do the most. I want to know that I want to make money by selling something. That's what I love this. I've been in this space for a long time, over 21 years. I used to be an aviation person, but I had to branch into this type of business because it resonates with me. To be very honest with you, I don't know why you're on this call. Maybe you are here because you want to make money. You are here because you want to help people who are struggling with their health, or even yourself. Whichever way, just listen to my part of the presentation, because the moment you have access to our product, you are more or less in our business. Okay? The reason is very simple. I'm going to explain it to you. So whichever reason why you are here, just come along with me. I have just a few minutes to explain myself as to what we can do about this opportunity we have in our hands. Okay. Because of network marketing, I understood it so well that I want to encourage everybody listening to me tonight to be a part of this move. Olylife has come to change the, trajectory of network marketing in the world. And I have seen it. I have been in quite a number of companies, and what this company called Olylife is doing is blowing our minds every single day because it's so unique. The product line is so unique. The business side is so unique. When you combine the two, it's simply amazing. So I'm going to show you how we make money. There's a man I love so much. His name is Robert Kiyosaki. Robert Kiyosaki says something profoundly about multi-level marketing, network marketing. He's one of the proponents of network marketing. And he's suggesting to the whole world that we should have something to do with multi-level marketing. Some people may not like the concept, but I love what he says about multi-level marketing. There are 4 groups of people in this world who make money. Either you are an employee, or you are a small business, or a self-employed person. Maybe you're also a big business owner. You can employ about 1,000 people working for you, 10,000 people working for you. Amazing. You could be an investor. According to Robert Kiyosaki, it is wrong for somebody to work as an employee and die as an employee. Okay? It's also wrong for you to have that small business and die with it. His suggestion to the whole world is that we should do our best to move from the left side of the quadrant he drew to the right side of the quadrant. Okay? Because the left side of the quadrant, which includes employees and self-employed, they are actively working. Okay? They don't earn a passive income. But if you are at the right side of the quadrant, you are making a passive income. Okay? So he wants all of us to be a big business owner. But the simplest business model, which is called the perfect business, is to be a network marketer. If you are a network marketer, you are starting from a very small amount of money by joining Olylife, building a huge business. Before you notice it, you have 10 people in the organization, 100 people in the organization, 1,000 people, 100,000 people. That is why some of us in this business, just about a year in this business, we can talk about having over 1,000 people in our organization, 5,000 people in our organization, and it's amazing. It's blowing our minds. We make passive income. You are sleeping, you are still making money. You wake up in the morning, money is in your wallet. Okay? Why? Because you located yourself in a big quadrant. Now, if you're in a big quadrant, you are behaving like a big business owner that has employed about 10,000 people working for you. For your information, somebody here in Africa, in Cote d'Ivoire, has over 15,000 people in his organization. And we are going up, we are not coming down anymore. We are increasing. So that is why he is of the view that everybody should have something to do with network marketing, which is why we love Olylife. But the good thing about Olylife is that we have fantastic products solving real practical medical problems. And I tell you the truth, if you have a business that is solving problem, you are in business. Olylife, all our devices are solving real problem without medication, without drugs, like we have been told. So let's take advantage of the good of the product and we build team. Somebody may ask me, so what exactly do you do? What do? We do 3 things to succeed. Number 1, we use the product ourselves. You must use the product. Buy the Therapy 90 Plus or Therapy 90. Buy the eye massager, the air balmer, put it in your house, use the product. 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you are using this product, I can tell you for a fact, you will see results. Don't stop there. Number 2, share that testimony. Be quick and smart and share other people's testimony to your colleagues, your friends, your church members. As you are sharing convincingly, excitedly, joyfully, result to be coming. Oh, how much is the machine? I'm interested. That is how you begin to make sales. By selling the machine, or signing the people to join you in organization. Okay. Now, when you sign the people, that's number 3. You coach them, teach them, mentor them, train them to do exactly what you are doing. What are you doing? You are using the product, sharing the testimonies, building organization. That is how we end up doing that. Remember, I like anything that has a principle in the Bible. You know, network marketing is from the Bible. Our Lord Jesus Christ. Use it today. The message of the gospel is being preached everywhere because of that simple concept. 3 became 12, became 70. The message is going. Apostle Paul said it beautifully. In the book of 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 2, he said, the thing that you hear me say in the presence of many witnesses, same commit to faithful men who will be qualified to teach others. That is network marketing. So let's embrace the concept. It's a beautiful concept. Yes, some people try to bring some online business. People lose money. That is not network marketing. That is a Ponzi. Please. Okay. Let's embrace this and we move. I did this for many years. It has landed me to many countries. I've traveled to many countries. United States, UK, Dubai, France, the whole of Africa. We are there promoting this concept and it's working. And today it is Olylife. Now, Olylife is saying that if you decide to be a part of us in this company, there are advantages and there are benefits. What are the advantages? One of the beautiful advantages is that there are no monthly auto-ship. You don't need to buy a product every month before you can earn your bonus. No, you don't need that here in the Olylife. You don't need to hold product. You don't need to pay money to register. No sales requirement, no time restrictions. It's a very flexible business. You can do it alongside your commitment, your job, your business, whatever. Okay. So my brother, my sisters, this is what we have for you. Let me show you the 6 different ways the company put together to give you money, for you to make money. 6 ways, 6 beautiful ways. But before I tell you the 6 ways, I want you to understand something. You know, when you are solving problem, the bigger the problem, the bigger the income you're going to make. I can assure you. We are solving problem. So the company has devised 6 ways that anybody who is coming to solve people's health problems will make the biggest money. Okay. So how do you make money? Number 1, team bonus. How do we make team bonus? The company says, come into this business by either of the 3 packages. You can buy 1 machine at $1,000, 2 machines at $2,000, 6 machines at $6,000. You are in business. Or you can just buy 1 machine. Later, you can upgrade yourself to the highest level of 6,000. It's also allowed. But one income that you will make, assuming you just buy 1 machine to start your business, is that the company pays you an income that has nothing to do with you bringing people to join this company. We call it a team bonus of 5%. You earn this income on the income of the person who brought you in a business or the person under whom you have been placed in our company. Okay. So when you buy 1 machine at $1,000, the company gives you up to $3,000 even if you are not promoting our product. Simply put, as you are using our machine at home, morning and evening, you are looking great and you are so happy, the company pays you an income, 5% on the earnings of the people who were in the business before you came. Amazing. I have never seen this anywhere. I have never seen anywhere. I've never seen anywhere you are using a product. They are paying you. For example, you bought a HP computer you are using, HP is paying you. Have you seen something like that before? No. But our company is saying that once you bought 1 machine and you are using, you are not even telling anybody. you'll be paid 5% on the earnings of the person who signed you up or the person under whom you have been placed, up to $3,000. In case you bought 2 machines, you'll be receiving up to $6,000. In case you bought 6 machines, up to $18,000. Amazing. I've never seen this. This is one of the 6 ways we make money. So if you're listening to me now, you are in love with the presentation Dr. Nono did. Please get the machine. Why? Because when you get that machine and you are using without promoting it, without selling the machine, you will be paid up to $3,000 or $6,000 or $18,000. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an amazing work. Number 2 way you are rewarded is called referral bonus. Referral bonus, we all refer people to a company, to a service, to a business, whatever, to a salon, to a barber shop. We refer people. In other words, we do marketing for other companies, but nobody pays us. We refer people. Nobody pays us. Somebody say, no, that is not fair. And they are saying that when you refer one person to our company, you'll be paid 10% on a PV. Simply put, when you sign up one person who buys 1 machine, you will be receiving $75. If the person buys 2 machines, you will be receiving $150. You can sign as many people as you can. If you have signed up 10 people, $75 times 10. If you are signing up 100 people, $75 times 100. In fact, there is no limit as to how many people you are willing to introduce to Olylife. No. There's no limit. You can bring 1,000, 1 million people. There is no limit as to how many people you are bringing on board. That's number 2 way you are rewarded. It's very important I explain this thing to you, because when you refer many people, I can assure you 100%, you will be receiving the incomes that will blow your mind. Okay. So number 1, we call it a team bonus or upline bonus. Number 2, referral. What about number 3? We call it tier bonus. Tier bonus. It will tear you. Tier bonus. I call it bagam. Somebody type bagam in the chat box for me. Bagam. I'm going to explain what we mean by bagam. You know, bagam, cash you'll be given is blowing our minds. Bagam is a serious income you make. It's $375. Anytime you hear bagam, it is $375. That is hitting your account. Bagam. What does it mean? Bagam means that the company gives you 50% of the PV of the machine. 50%. And the PV of the machine is $750. 50% of $750 is $375. The company pays this income at every generation. Every generation. Generation is also called your level. First level, second level, third level, fourth level to infinity level. Or first generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation, fifth, sixth, 700,000, infinity generation. How does it work? The company wants you to activate your binary. Bring how many people? 2 people. 1 on the left, 1 on the right. The A is on the left. B is on the right. The moment you have signed 2 people, A and B, 1 person on the left, 1 person on the right, you have qualified for the bagam. Are you here with me? The moment you sign 2 people, 1 person sign on your left, that is A. Second person sign on your right, which is B. You have qualified for $375. This is added to the referral bonus of $75 you have earned on A, and you have also earned on B. It means when you have signed 2 people who join Olylife and bought one machine each, you are entitled to Bagam, which is $375 plus $150, making $525. So beautiful. That's what we call Bagam. That's at your first level. What happened in your second generation, second level? When A brings C, B also brings D. In your second generation, you are entitled to another $375. What about your third generation? When you have one person sign up on your left, called E1, you got another person sign up on your right, which is called F1, you are entitled to another Bagam, $375. When one person comes to your left at the fourth generation called G, another person comes on your fourth generation called H, another Bagam. What about the fifth generation? When G brings one person on the left, H brings one person on the right, another Bagam. This goes on and on. One on the left, one on the right, Bagam, $375. Sixth generation, one on the left, one on the right, Bagam, $375. Up to 100 generation, that will give you $37,500. Up to 1,000 generation, deep down, that gives you $375,000. Up to infinity level, no ending anywhere. My brothers and my sisters, this is one of the beautiful ways we make money. One of my team members in Nigeria, he told me, Cornelius, since you introduced me to this business, he said he is always liquid. What does it mean? It means he makes money every day. Money doesn't finish from his pocket because the team is growing. One on the left, one on the right, Bagam. One on the left, one on the right, and it goes on and on and on and on and on. No ending. This is number 3 ways we make money. We call it binary bonus. Binary bonus. Binary bonus is almost the same as the Bagam, the tier bonus. But this one is beyond the Bagam. The company is saying that build the 2 teams, A team and a B team. And as the team is growing, beginning from the 4th generation to infinity generation, any volume generated on the left compared to the right volume, they will give you 11%, a minimum of 11% on the lesser volume if you bought one machine. And it happens every day, every single day. It's a daily income every day. As long as your team is growing, every day more people are joining your team after enjoying your tier bonus of $375. Any volume that is generated at the end of the day, the company looks at the lesser volume and gives you how much? 11% on the lesser volume, or 12% on the lesser volume, or 13% on the lesser volume. And there'll be a carry forward for the next day, and the next day it builds up again. It goes on and on to infinity level. But the issue here, the issue is that the company wanted to make at least a minimum of $1,000 every day, every day, every day. If you're on a 1 machine level, if you're on a 2 machine level, you are making $2,000 daily. Okay. If you're on a 6 machine level, you are making $7,000 daily. And there are people who have earned it. Somebody has joined this company in less than a year. He makes this money, $7,000 daily. Daily earning. Daily earning. Ladies and gentlemen, you need this business at home. Number 4, when we make money, we call it, number 5, we call it coaching bonus. Coaching bonus is the biggest bonus we have. It's the biggest of all. How is it the biggest? The more people you have recruited or sign up directly under you gives you a coaching bonus. If you decide to have just 5 people who joins your organization, just 5 people, teach them, coach them, mentor them, train them in all, Let them understand that the business is about 5 by 5 by 5 by 5. As they are promoting, they are winning people. They are also going to build their own business that gives you second generation. Then third generation will come. Then the fourth generation will follow. Fifth generation will follow. Sixth generation will follow. Guess what the company is going to do for you? All your first generation, whether they are 5 or they are 10 or they are 1,000, whatever they earn in the binary income, yours is 10%. So the more people you directly sign up, the more 10% you earn. Can you imagine you have 100 people as your front line? If they earn an income, various amount of income, yours is 10% on each of them. What about your second generation? 5% on each of them. What about your third generation? 5% on each of them. What about your fourth generation? 5%. Fifth generation, 5%. Sixth generation, 5%. Amazing. This is why it is the biggest, because there's no cap to it. Okay, you can earn, if you earn $1 million a day, you will not be denied. You have all. This is what we call it the biggest bonus. Then the last bonus, we call it global pool bonus. This bonus, it comes once in a year, specifically in January. From the beginning of the year till the end, the company put together all sales, and they strike 5% and give it to deserving distributors, people who have distinguished themselves, who have earned so much, who have upgraded, who have climbed the ladder from M1 to M2 to M3 to M4 to M5 to M6 to M7. Congratulations. Who is an M1? If you're an M1, you are a shareholder. M1 to M7, you are all shareholders. How does it work? The company wants you to develop your organization, A organization, and the B organization. When you have a total of 14 machines on the left and 40 machines sold on the right, you are an M1. What it means is that you are a shareholder. When they are sharing at the end of the year in January, yours is 1 share. And also, if you are an M1, an average income you should make is an average of from $5,000 to $20,000. If you're an M1, if you're an M2, it means you have developed a team of 134 people on the left, 134 people on the right, and you'll be receiving 2 shares. And averagely, an M2, you should be earning between $20,000 to $50,000. Okay. And we have a lot of M2s in our countries, Ghana, Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire. Okay, we just produced 1 M1 in Kenya, 1 M1 in Uganda. Amazing. Let me take the opportunity to congratulate one of our leaders in Nigeria, Moni. Congratulations for becoming an M1. Okay, so M3, 667 on the left, 67 on the right, you are an M3 and you are receiving 4 shares. M3 between $50,000 to $100,000. Okay, and it goes on and on until you become an M7 where you have 60 shares. For your information, the highest level in ranking in Africa is in Cote d'Ivoire, M5. And Ghana has produced 1 M4, and we are following. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the first 6 ways the company rewards individuals who have distinguished themselves. This particular bonus, global pool bonus, is once you achieve it once, you will earn it for life. You will never be denied. You just need to upgrade yourself from M1 to M2 to M3 to M4, 5 up to the top. Amazingly. And ladies and gentlemen, another beautiful thing I want to share with you is that once you are moving from M3 to M4, you will likely qualify for a house in Pattaya in Thailand. It's amazing. The company has done it so beautifully that if you're able to earn an income of $100,000 in a year, you are qualifying for a house. Guess what? There are 2 people who are qualified in Africa, one in Cote d'Ivoire, one from Ghana. And we are taking that house in Pattaya. And there are many more people in the line to achieve that status. So, ladies and gentlemen, I love this move for this company. Why? Because I have joined companies before, they will give you a car. I have qualified for many cars. I've traveled to many countries. That's true. But one of the beautiful things I've seen about this particular company called Olylife is that when you qualify for a house and you are given a house, I think it's more profitable to get a house than to get a car, because a car may depreciate in no time, but your house will not depreciate. It will appreciate. So this company called Olylife is an amazing company. Ladies and gentlemen, before I close for today, I want to show something to you. We call it health and success strategy. What are we talking about here? We are saying that you should join our Olylife team, select 2 of your friends to join your company, and you create the same success and help them succeed. This is the game changer. Can somebody here on this call, seeing the opportunities we have, say, yes, I will buy this machine, I will use this machine and benefit thereof, and not keep my mouth shut, but to tell 2 of my friends? If you can do this, follow this process, the health and success strategy, where you, in the first month, you can get your machine. The second month, you get 2 people to sign up. In the third month, you have 4 people. The 4 people in the 4th month, you got 8 people there, 8 becoming 16, 16 becoming 32, 32 becoming 64, up to the 12th month you have given to yourself. You are setting a target for yourself, okay, that in the next 1 year, you want to grow a big team, taking it easy, 2 to bring 2, to bring 2, to bring 2, up to the 12th generation, or up to just 12 men. The company gives you about $500,000. Can you see this? $500,000 when you can grow a team of 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 within a year. If you can do such a thing, at the end of the year, you have gotten yourself $150 when you sign the 2 people in a referral bonus. What about a tier bonus? You'll have received $4,500 in a tier bonus that Bagama was talking about. Up to 1 year in a business, you can have $4,500 in your tier bonus. Binary bonus will have given you $397,000. Coaching bonus will have given you $132,000. When we put all together, by 2 by 2 by 2 approach, you have made yourself $500,000. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what business you would do with your heart. Genuinely, training people, coaching people, mentoring people, motivating people to use a device and look well with their family. Just 2 people. And you have done your good job by mentoring them. They have done the same thing. Who also do the same thing? Everybody doing the same thing, 2 by 2 by 2. Within a year, $500,000. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an amazing opportunity. And I know that anybody who really, really want to do this business can do it with ease. I know you can do it with ease. Okay? I like what one guy said, John Paul Getty. He said that I would prefer to have 1% on the effort of 100 people than 100% of my own effort. That's an amazing philosophy that we are using, helping just 2 people, get 2 people to come on board. and you teach them what to do. As they are doing it, you are on course. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of my presentation. But the last thing I want to say to you is, I want to advise somebody here tonight. If you really understood what Dr. Nono said about our fantastic product, if you really also understand what I'm saying about how we make money in this business, I want to assure somebody tonight that your association with us in this company, it will not reduce your status. I know we have professors on this call. We have medical doctors on this call. We have PhD holders on this call. All manner of people on this call. I want to let you know that your health is number one. Okay? If you associate yourself with this company called Olylife, with our fantastic product, it will not reduce your status. You are who you are. It will not make you less important. You are somebody. What I will assure you is that your association with us will add something to your life. If it is not money to your life, it will add beauty. Your health will be improved amazingly. Okay? It will add traveling. It will add you touching lives of people. I was in Uganda for about 1.5 months, thereabout. A lady had an issue. Her counselor brought her to my hotel. She had cancer of the breast. This lady, when she came, I just told her that the Lord will help you. You will be healed. You will be healed, and you will have a business. Like joke. 2 weeks down the line, somebody who has pain in the breast, she can't leave her hand. Pain all over inside the breast, under the armpit, at the neck. She can't sleep on the left side, always on the right side. She can't sleep well. 2 weeks, this lady told us that the pain has disappeared. She can now lift up her hand up. She can sleep on the left side. In fact, she sleeps like a normal human person. Amazing. Can you imagine if I did not go to Uganda? Can you imagine the type of the lives we are touching with these machines? You need it. That's why I'm saying that your association with us in Olylife will not reduce your status, will not make you less important. You are a very good personality, but I can assure you it will add so many things to your life. So many things to your life. Ladies and gentlemen, if you appreciate this presentation, you think it's a good one for you, I want you to type 11111 in the chat box as we close the chapter for tonight. And I want to use the opportunity to thank Dr. Nono so much for that presentation, and to thank all of you for coming on this call. And I know we have a lot of people on the call. So I will invite my super upline, Mr. Sam Bond, who is on the call, to virtually actually close us for tonight. Uncle Sam is a fantastic leader. Everybody knows about this. We need, one of the things we need in network marketing is very simple. We need distributor leadership. Distributor leadership.
For this man. No testimony.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me, please?
No testimony time.
Hold on a second. We are not going yet, please.
Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Uncle Sam is a fantastic person, great person, who, through whom we are all where we are now in Ghana, and his boss, Mr. Ange. I'm sure he's also on this call. These are the two top leaders we have in Africa. They are making the news. They are powerful distributors of this company, and we really love their company. He has something to share with us regarding the program we're going to have in the next few days in Ghana. Uncle Sam, if you are here, get yourself ready as we address few questions here and there. And if there's anybody who has a question regarding my presentation, please go ahead and ask that question as we invite Uncle Sam to close us for today. Any question for me, please?
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, please go ahead with your question.
Hello.
Hello, please go ahead. See vous here.
I'm Eunice.
Oh, Eunice. Okay, go ahead, Eunice.
Yes, I was on to explain me short explanation about repurchase wallet and the shopping wallet.
Can we do that in a training for you? There's a training we have that we can explain that. Yeah, I think that would be a good platform for that. Is that Eunice from Tanzania?
Yes, yes.
Okay, Eunice, I'll take that myself to take care of you when we close this meeting. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Any other question regarding my presentation right now?
Hello, Rev.
Hello.
Okay, Margot, please go ahead.
Okay. Are there any maintenance, like monthly maintenance?
There is no monthly maintenance. No monthly maintenance at all. This is one of the uniqueness of our compensation plan. Amazing. You'll be paid your bonus. Just go ahead and promote the company, promote the product, and you make your referral bonuses, you make your bagan bonus, you make your binary bonus without any monthly maintenance.
Okay.
Hello.
Thank you. Yes, please go ahead.
My name is Veronica. You said that, Veronica, you said that if you are using the machine, they will give you some money. I was not clear about that.
As long as you have purchased the machine, you sign up under your upline, the person who signed you up, or the person under whom he has placed you, you don't need, you may not need to promote. As long as your upline is making money, you are making 5% of whatever he earns. We have never seen this in network marketing anywhere. It's never anywhere. This is the first time I'm seeing this in my 21 years of network marketing. Okay, just use the machine, and as long as your name is in our computer and your upline is actually making money, you are making 5% of whatever he earns.
So,
Are you okay?
yes.
You can contact the person who invited you to this call to explain it to you the more.
Okay, thank you.
Any other question? Who else? I can see a hand, Joseph Ochre.
Hello, Rev. Hello, Rev.
Okay, please go ahead, sir.
Can you please forward for us the recorded version of this presentation? Please, please, please.
We'll make it available to you, sir. It will be on the platforms.
Please, please, please. My people are they're crying. They want to hear this.
They will hear it. It is recorded.
Thank you.
Hear it. Most welcome.
Please, thank you.
Hello.
Thank you, sir.
Hello.
Okay, please go ahead. Joseph Ochre.
Yeah, I'm asking, I think I wanted to get it clear that when you get to M1, M2, M3 onwards, you say yearly bonus is giving yearly bonus?
Yes, there's yearly bonus. Every year, January every year. The company put together all the say. You know, the company makes over $100,000 monthly, every month, and more. $100,000 monthly sales, and they put all together, okay, and strike 5% and give to the distributors who have distinguished themselves from M1 to M7. Depending on your level, you receive some number of shares at the end of the year.
Hello,
Amazing.
Pastor Cornelius, you said $100,000 every month, or you mean every day?
Every day, every month. Monthly sale is about $100,000 every month. That's our sales every month.
No, it's more, over 89 million.
Please,
exactly.
in millions.
No,
In millions.
Maybe you meant a day.
100,000. I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that. My boss, thank you for correcting me.
Thank you. Thank you.
Million, I'm talking about million. 100, I'm talking about 100 million.
Yes.
100 million every month. 100 million every month. I'm sorry. Thank you, my boss.
Hello, hi, I have a question.
Okay, please go ahead.
My name is Patko from South Africa.
Uh-huh.
Can somebody have 5 teams? I have team 1, it has A and B. Team 2 has A and B. Team 3, A and B, etc., etc.
Patko, I can't hear you. Please come again.
I was saying, I understand you when you say you get 2 people under you. One an A and the second one a B.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, and you grow that team. You train A and B to do the same, and the binary benefits then will come your way. I am asking a question. Can somebody have, say, 3 teams or 4 teams or 5 teams where you have an A and B in team 1, you have another A and B in team 2 and team 3?
You can do that, but it's not advisable. It's not profitable to do that. You need to have one team and grow the A and B and grow it big because of the hierarchical structure we have. You need to become at M1, M2, M3 up to M7. But if you scatter your team like that, you won't enjoy that. So it's advisable you build a 2 team, A team and a B team. If you have the 4th, the 5th, the 7th persons, just put it under the A or the B and grow a solidified team. That is how you promote yourself faster and you make so much money. Because the higher you go in the ranking, the more monies you make in terms of the binary bonuses, in terms of the M1 promotional bonuses. So don't scatter your team. Just make A and B and grow the team solidly. You will love it that way.
Wonderful. Great stuff. Thanks a lot. Thank you. I enjoy the presentations.
Thank you. Any other? Yeah, I can see Pastor Emmanuel. One more question. One more, then we close. Then we let my boss come in.
Please try and answer the questions in the chat. There are questions in the chat.
Hello.
Hello.
What? Hello. The reason why I raised my hand, I say, is there anybody have testimony? If we don't give room to testimony today.
Oh, we have lots. Anyway, is it somebody who will share testimony? One testimony, we move on quickly. Time is fast, Spencer. Lot of testimony. Anybody who has a testimony to share with us quickly? I have shared a testimony that happened in Uganda. There are so many testimonies from South Africa. Big Joe has powerful testimony in South Africa. I have my, so many people in my team have testimony. We have a lot of testimony. You can go to our testimony bank. We have it in our Telegram page. Amazing testimony, mind-blowing testimonies. Okay, all right. If there isn't any at this point, let me invite my big boss, Uncle Sam.